Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today's video is a tutorial on this very bright, colorful blue deep smoky eye. I was totally inspired from the weather right now. It's currently negative like 20 degrees outside, so it's freaking freezing and we can't go anywhere. So I figured I would film this look today. I got a couple of new products in the mail, a couple new things that I've ordered, so I thought that I would put them into action today and play around with them. So you'll get to see my first impressions on things, and you'll also see how I achieved this look today. Also, really quick, I did cut my hair. It seems like I cut off way more than I actually did because I would always wear those long hair extensions. Everyone thought my hair was real. It wasn't, I wish. I'm gonna include a shot here of what my hair looked like before I cut it, but I'm so glad that I did. I feel like it's really fun and now it can really grow without breaking off. So there's the info on that. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and enjoy the look. Please subscribe and let's get started. I really want to try the new Hourglass Vanish Foundation. I keep wanting to say Vanish Stick Foundation, but it's the liquid form. I was actually going to order this. I had this in my cart on Sephora.com and then they sent it to me in PR. I was so excited. I have the shade Shell and Ivory. I'm not sure which shade is going to match me the best. I'm thinking this one. Yeah, this is a little dark. This is probably gonna be my tan shade. So this is Shell. So I am gonna be using the brush that comes with it today. I normally use my IT Cosmetics brush or a beauty blender, but I'm gonna be using this one because that's the one that it is like formulated with. I believe it says use a half a pump, right? See, I'm gonna use a little bit because I've seen some reviews that says it looks a little thick. So I'm just gonna use a little bit and see how it goes. I'm gonna just dot this here and then go in with the brush and blend it in. Oh yeah, it is very full coverage, that is for sure. I feel like this is the year of like foundation and concealers. I feel like so many people are coming out with new concealers. I have 4 or 5 that I want to try right now. I'm kind of excited about it because I feel like it's gonna be all about complexion, you know? I do feel like this is very hard to blend out, surprisingly. Like I feel like I've got this dot now on my forehead. And I feel like maybe it's the brush, I don't know. Okay, yeah, this like looks like crap on my forehead. What's going on? I'm like really disappointed in this. It's like really clinging to all my dry patches. And I don't even have crazy dry skin. So I feel like if you have dry skin, like this is not gonna work out. This is so weird. Maybe it just needs to like sit for a minute, but damn. Especially right here, I need to like flake away where it's gravitating towards. We'll see how this works. It's just my first initial impression, but that sucks because I was really looking forward to this and the packaging is so cool. I really love this. It's like slanted and just cute. So anyways, I have some concealer that I want to play with. I've already used it twice. This is the new Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. I don't know if they reformulated this because this used to be in a tube and it was called the same thing, I believe. It was just hard to apply because it was in a tube, but now it's in a wand form. So I'm in the shade number 30. I also have 20 here that I could like mix in if it goes too dark, but I think 30 is going to be fine. Ooh, that was a lot. And I have my beauty blender here. I'm just going to use that to blend this in. I've been really loving this so far. I've only used it the 2 times, but those times that I have, I really love the way that it looks. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this, just like where I have some of these areas that are a little bit more red. I need a little bit extra coverage. Oh, that like went into my nose. So the weather here in Chicago has been like -20, -25 at night, and on Monday it's supposed to be 54 degrees. Yesterday, pretty much everybody that I know like called off or just didn't go to work or places have closed just because it's so cold. And I think on Monday I'm gonna go for a walk outside because it's gonna be like spring. Okay, now before I go in and set anything with powder, I'm gonna grab the Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. I have been obsessed with this. It comes off like this and then you just twist it up. And what I'm gonna do is just apply this straight here on the cheekbones, down the nose, lip, and just a little bit up here, not much. I'm gonna just use my fingers to press this in and then go in with that beauty blender just to press it in even more. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm really gonna pack it on right here next to the nose where I get super oily. It's like the #1 place I get oily. Alrighty, So now, what do I want to use? I have a new bronzer from Physicians Formula that I just ordered after I did the drugstore video. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but it's in the shade Endless Summer. I'm excited to try this because it looks really deep, and I love deep, dark bronzers because even if you're, okay, I can't get this out. Even if you're very fair like me, if you just, oh my God. Even if you're very fair like I am, if you just apply this in a very light way, it should still look really good. So this is the shade Endless Summer. It's like a nice, deep, dark, rich color, so I can't wait to try this. Let's see here. I've actually been using this brush from Smith. It's the 154 brush. It's kind of like a paddle tapered brush. It looks a lot like that one eye brush that I use, the 235. I think they meant for it to be the same shape, but it's just a big one for your face. So I'm gonna use that. Ooh, whoa. Now I'm just gonna, ooh, that is so pigmented. I'll lightly feather this on. I'm holding far back on the brush because I can see that this is super pigmented. Oh my gosh. Now that is what I'm talking about. I've been looking for a rich, deep, red toned bronzer from the drugstore because everything I try ends up being a little bit more, not even cool toned. They just end up being very orange, and I'm not the biggest fan of orange toned bronzers. So this, I think, looks more realistic. It looks more like an actual suntan. That is what I've been looking for. Thank you so much to who told me to get this and told me that they came out with this deeper shade, because this is exactly what I was looking for. This looks a lot like Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. Okie dokie. So to contour, I'm gonna use a little bit of the S116 powder to contour. I think I'm gonna try this brush. Might be a little stiff. Nah, that's gonna be too stiff. Let's do, I'm actually gonna use that same brush from Smith and just use the little point part of it and use that to contour. I'm gonna kind of diffuse it a little bit more, make it a little bit more natural. Okay, so now for blush, I have a new one that I want to try. This is from Melt Cosmetics in the shade Honey Thief. It's a beautiful, like, peachy sort of shade. So I'm gonna use the Sigma Large Angled Contour E40 brush to apply this. Tap off the excess and bring it right here on the cheeks. Ooh, that is pretty. Kind of like a pinkier version of MAC Peaches, which I really like. I feel like it's really pretty for the future spring months that aren't here yet. A little bit up here. I've been really liking this brush for blush recently. I feel like it really applies nicely and smoothly, and I like the angled shape. Okay, and then for highlight, I think I'm just gonna leave it as is because that Marc Jacobs highlighter really does like add a lot of highlight, and it's a nice color that works with my skin tone. It's kind of like vanilla-y, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes, and then we'll zoom in and do the eyeshadow. So I have the Melt Blueprint stack that I wanna use today, but I also have this palette that I still haven't used. It's from Be Perfect. It's the Carnival Palette with Stacey Marie, and this is what those shadows look like. I bought this specifically for the blue shades down here, so I might mix that in with this. We'll kind of see where this goes. I'm actually first gonna go into the Carnival palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Naked, which is this perfect like neutral grayish shade here, and I'm gonna bring that into my crease. I'm gonna use my Smith 232. Use that as a nice crease shade. It will hopefully make sure that everything blends out nice and easy. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Basic, which is right next to Naked, and pop that in there as well. Oop, that is pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna try to use as much as I just picked up to do the whole upper lid, to do the whole crease and lower lash line. Picking up a little bit more Naked just to bring the coolness back. So now I'm gonna grab Mood, which is this navy shade here in the Carnival palette. I'm gonna grab a Smith 247 for this shade. Blues are really hard to work with, so I'm hoping this works out. I'm gonna pack this here on the outer lid and crease. Oh yeah. Slowly kind of building this up. I still don't even know like what look I'm doing. I don't have anything like 100% in my head. That's once the product is off, or a lot of it is at least. Okay, I'm gonna grab a clean brush, the 230, and with nothing on it, I'm gonna use that to blend out this shade. Now I think it's time to go into the blueprint stack, and I'm gonna go into this duo here. I'm gonna go into this matte blue shade called Dim Out, and oh, I'm nervous. I'm gonna grab my A14 pencil brush from Anastasia, pick that up here on it, and really tap that off because that is like ink. And I'm gonna pack that on here to the outer corner and crease. I'm gonna go back into the 247 with that Mood shade that's left over on it and kind of bring that here in the crease to help blend out the Melt Cosmetics shade. I'm actually gonna pick up a little bit of that Mood on here. I like doing this after I've already gone in with a little bit and then doing it later like I am now, because if I went in straight with so much of that Mood shade, it would have ended up being too much all at once and then looking like a black eye. So building it up slowly and adding color slowly will give you that gradual smoky eye without going too hard all at one time. So I'm gonna do that same kind of thing. I'm going back in with that Dim Out shade from Melt, and I'm gonna layer it on here onto the eye to reinforce the deepness, because as you blend, it does kind of fade away a little bit, as all eyeshadows do. So I'm just kind of reinforcing that shade to make it that deep midnight blue. Why is my eye twitching? It's because I'm nervous. Okay, I am gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. I didn't wanna do this, but I think I just wanna brighten up the inner corner just a touch. So I'm just taking some concealer here on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use the number 18 brush from Anastasia and brighten up the inner lid here. Okay, but that looks so freaking pretty. I was gonna do shimmer, but I don't want to now. I like that. I'm gonna go into this duo from Melt, and I'm gonna take the color Skylight, which is this like lighter shade here. I'm just gonna take it right here on my finger, because as of this moment, which this could change, I don't want there to be like too much shimmer all over the place. I want it to be kind of like right where that center is. So I'm just gonna take this and tap it. Now I'm using my ring finger to blend that out and just pushing in and out. Okay, that turned out to be glorious. Adding more than I wanted to, and I like it. If you get any shimmer up here in the crease, don't worry, we can fix that in a second. Okay, for that inner part of the lid, I'm gonna grab Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek. This is a bright, neutral, shimmery shade, and I can even mix in a little bit of that like lighter blue that I put on the center, just to kind of like ice that up a little bit more, because this is more like neutral in tone. And I'm just gonna grab a flat brush and pick that up on it and pop that right here on the inner part of the lid. I'm gonna grab a really tiny brush. This is the Detailed Lip Brush, LO4 from Sigma. I'm gonna grab that deepest, darkest shade, and I'm gonna pop that right here on the edge where any lighter shade went up into the crease. That way it just kind of re-emphasizes the light shades too, makes everything pop. So now I'm just gonna do some stuff on the bottom here. I'm first going to grab, let's see, what do I wanna grab? I'm gonna grab that basic shade from the Carnival Palette and bring that under like so. I'm looking up into my mirror. I'm gonna grab my flat definer brush, the E15 from Sigma, and I'm going to grab the Dim Out shade from Melt and bring that right here on the lashes. And now I'm grabbing the 216 brush from Makeup Forever. I'm gonna grab a touch of the Mood shade from the Carnival palette, which was the deep navy in that one. And I'm gonna go right on this shade and help blend it out. Okay, oh damn it. Do you even work? Yes, you do. Okay, I'm grabbing Abbey Road from Nars. Don't sharpen these. I got this forever ago and tried sharpening it, so that's why mine looks like this. There's a sharpener here, like on the bottom of this thing here that you can use, but yeah. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand like so, and I'm gonna pop this in my waterline. Also gonna wiggle it here into the lashes so there's no spaces. I don't want any like skin showing in between. I'm also gonna work that up here and go into that flat definer brush and really melt the two together. I think I'm gonna add that Shimma Shimma shade from Makeup Geek up here on brow bone. Woo, frosty. And here on the inner corners. Also gonna balance that here on the face. Just really building that up here. I want this to be really frosty. So now the eyes are done as far as shadow goes. I'm gonna go into the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. This is my favorite. Just coating them, giving them a nice base. I feel like this look needs some dramatic eyelashes. Kind of messed up the shape on this eyeshadow a little bit. It looks a little funny, but that's okay. So I've heard so much about these lashes, so I picked these up at Ulta. These are the Lily lashes in they're the faux mink Miami lashes. I also ordered the regular version of these on her website because everybody talks about these. Apparently they're like the cat's pajamas. So okay, I'm just like trying to put these on my eye just to see what they're gonna look like, and I feel like they're like too much for me. I don't know, even with a look like this, these are so long. I don't know, I feel like they just look like spiders. Just not feeling it right now. I'm actually gonna hop over into my House of Lashes Iconic Light Lashes because these I think are gonna look a little bit better. So we're gonna do those instead. By the way, I'm still on the hunt for a good lash glue. I've seen a few comments telling me to use the Tarte one, so I still need to try that, but right now I'm using the Duo like regular, and I hate it. So far it's better than the dark tone one that they reformulated or whatever, but I'm looking for one that's just like that because this actually takes forever to dry. I'm just making my bottom lashes a little chunky because I want them to be kind of cool and little piecey like this, just to kind of go with the look. So what I'll do is really add on the mascara, and then I'll wiggle them together right here at the tips so that they kind of connect and get real piecey like that. Some people like that look, some people don't. That's cool. I think with a look like this, it goes and looks really little avant-garde-y, you know? So moving on to the lips, I'm gonna do a nude. I'm gonna grab a Oh Honey lip pencil from MAC. This is one of my lightest lip pencils that I own. So I'm gonna line and overline my lips with this. Fill it in. Line the Cupid's bow. I'm gonna try this new lipstick from Bare Minerals. It's the new Bare Pro lipstick, and this color is in Peony. It looks like a nice beigey nude. So I'm gonna tap this here on the lips. I don't even think this really needs a gloss. I just think it needs a sheen on the lips. So I think I'm just gonna grab a little bit of lip balm here. I have this Tatcha lip balm sitting here. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the Pat McGrath lipstick in Sextrology, just to add some pinkness. All right guys, this is the final look. I love it. It's so much fun. I feel like I haven't done a bright, colorful look like this in a minute, and I feel like it's very fitting for the weather outside. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you would like to see from me down below in the comments, and I will see you very soon. Bye.